Therefore, the topic for today's discussion is how to preserve marriages in their situations.
And marriage is not because a person is good. You can have two good people and they're actually having challenges, because challenges are a part of life. Like I said earlier, I'm sure you're here in this place. If you are 20, you have probably failed an exam before, I can assure you, right? In one way or the other. You have probably been walking and then you tripped. Those are the things that happen in life. As long as you are a human being walking in this life, there will definitely be challenges.
With my findings, most people will just abandon their spouse when they are not well, and that is not good enough. So when this guy challenge comes up, stay together with the man. Even you being by the side of that man or by the side of that woman, we even heal her faster than abandoning her. So these are challenges you can meet up. You can never tell. But nobody prays for all this hard one. But if it comes, please take it up in prayers and whatever you can do than abandoning your partner.
My name is Mark David. Talking about security in marriage, is it only the women in marriage that should be assured, like feel that sense of security, or does it also apply to men? Thank you.
My name is Judith. Okay, talking about security and trust in marriage, I want to ask, how can a wife or a lady cope with a man who doesn't stay far away from her? Wherever she goes to, the man is always around her.
My name is Moses Chukwukadibianwosu. My question is, you talked about patience and understanding, but I want to understand, when is the right time for you to actually be patient, and when should you challenge or dispute differences in the family?
My name is Selina. Thank you so much, ma, for that session. I want to ask, how does a woman cope with a man who, during courtship, was taking care of her and showing her much attention, but when she got married, the man started showing some attitudes and was not doing as much as he was doing before?
My name is Odede Rogbero. Like, in area of surprise in marriage, is it proper for a woman to surprise her husband with a new building?
Welcome back. A lot of questions from the audience. Please, our guests, attend to them.
All right. The first person said, is security for women only? Absolutely not. Even the men, they deserve security.
Of course.
You know, so everything we were saying pertains to the man as well. As a woman, shower your husband with, with love,
respect,
with positive words, with respect. You must honor him. You must validate him by what you say. Don't make him feel less than a man. You know, if he does something, amplify it, no matter how small that thing is. Those are the things that will make him feel good, will make him feel respected, will make him feel honored, will make him feel valuable to you as a person. So security is not for women only, it's for both men and women. Thank you.
And if I may also add to that, let women learn. Don't always ask your husband how much he bought any gift for you. It doesn't go well with men. Don't just say, oh, thank you so much, honey. That's all. Whatever you call him. Don't, how much did he buy it? Either he tell you now, I bought it 10,000. Say, they cheated you. I bought it 10,000. Say, the cheap one. So don't ask. Men don't like when you ask them, start asking them. When they give you any gift, oh, thank you so much. That's it. That's how I behave. And I think it works too.
Someone asked, how do you cope with a man who doesn't give you breathing space, is always everywhere with you? Okay. I think the first thing is you must want to know why he's always around you. And I know that someone is saying that this has always been when we were courting, we were always together, always going everywhere together, always doing things. You know, we have established that trust is the foundation of this marriage, of this relationship. So if you trust someone, I'm not sure you'll be hanging around everywhere with that person. Considering the fact that you have things to do with your life too. You are a human being. You did not come to serve this person's purpose because you have a purpose too. If we go back to the origin of marriage, you're right. God is the one that created marriage. And he created you as a human being first as a purpose. He has a reason for creating you before creating. I mean, it was because he looked at man and said it was not good for him to be alone. That was why he created a helpmate for him. Right? So if this person is following you everywhere, you need to ask him, is there any problem here. So you need to ascertain whether it's a trust issue that is making him follow you everywhere, because I know that this man definitely has something that he's doing, right? So if he's feeling like he's unsure, perhaps you have even given him reasons to doubt who you are. If you have changed in the course of time, and it may not be you, it may just be him feeling like something is happening on the outside, you will need to have a conversation with him and ask him, talk to him. Remember, we have established that communication is the backbone of any strong marriage, right? You have to be open. You have to be willing to hear not what you think you want to hear, but what this person is actually saying. And then whatever fears the person has, you must allow yourself to allay that fear, so that the person does not get threatened, so that the person knows if you go to Kutu Wenji Zamfara tomorrow, he doesn't need to be there, but he's assured that you are doing what you have said that you will do. Thank you. So someone said, how do you know when to be patient or to challenge a dispute, right? And I think here, objective is key. What do you want to get out of this issue that is on hand, right? So whatever the issue is, you ask yourself, do I just want to, put myself in this person's shoes to understand and see reasons with what this person is saying? At that point, you will know that, okay, there are some certain things that I cannot control, right? If it is something that you cannot control, then in most instances, you probably have to be patient. But if it is something that you know that you have the resources to control that, whatever the issue is, then you now begin to know that, okay, it's time to challenge whatever is on ground. So take, for instance, it's a case of, a wife is being impatient with her husband, right? The husband can say, I love my wife so much, I don't want to talk to her anyhow, I don't want her to feel bad, right? So in this case, you are wondering and asking, is it just that she's taking me for granted, right? So you have a discussion and tell her like, okay, woman, my darling, this is what I feel, this is what I think, right? Are you doing this thing because you know that I love you so much and I wouldn't want to hurt you? So whatever that person says, whatever response, whatever word you hear from your wife will now let you know if she's being manipulative. At that point, you will now know, is it a case of I need to be more patient with her, or is it if she's actually manipulating me, then you need to stand up and challenge. You confront that issue and say, no, this is not right. As a woman, as my wife, this is, what you should do. This is how you should support me. This is, how to behave and
Exactly.
all. So definitely, there is a difference between just being patient and then challenging a particular situation. If it is something that it's out of your control, then you know that you might need to, be patient,
yeah.
and, allow time to pass and grow yourself, grow your own virtue. It may just be that challenge is helping you to cultivate resilience inside you as a human being and for your marriage. Thank you very much.
Let me just add to this one. When we're growing up, like I said earlier, we came from different background, different
Absolutely.
understanding, different way of doing things. And so character has already been built. If it has to do with character, you need to be patient because you cannot correct her overnight and expect her to change overnight.
Yeah.
For a particular thing you observe that she's doing that you don't like. So in that area of character, you need to be a little bit patient. Then you start telling her, each time she made that mistake, find a way of putting it. Don't just give it to her as an accusation.
Yeah.
Let it be as an advice.
Yeah.
Over time, he will change. I have mine when I got married. I rarely said tell somebody I'm sorry. When we're discussing, I say, look at it. People are talking, you are talking. And I wouldn't even know when I made such comments.
Yeah.
But by time, because when we are cutting, we'll discuss our do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
But by the time the people will leave, she will tell me, look at how you just talk to your husband. When people are talking, you're talking. I say, I did. I remember one occasion, I slapped my mother. I started laughing.
Wow.
But gradually, that kind of character fizzled out from my life. So if you have to do with character, it's not by boxing or force. Because the character is already built and you are dealing with an adult, not a baby.
Someone asked, a woman who wants to surprise her husband with a building, is it right? I'm going to say, is it wrong? We're in an environment where women have been cultured to always take and take and take and take from the man, So by default, a woman always wants to receive from the man. But what's there if a woman actually decides to build for the husband? I think the man will be surprised. I think the man will love it. I think the man will feel like the best thing that happened to this woman, right? Is it right? So it's not a question of is it right or wrong. So I guess it would be that, will the man love it? Will the man appreciate it? I think he would. But then again, you must take note of the man that you are married to. We have different types of men. A man, some men may think that it's an insult, like, as a woman, who are you to be building a house for me? It's just the way he has been brought up. Remember, you're a human being that you just didn't drop from the sky. Most times we take our values from our background, right? Our experiences in life, the friends that we move with, you know. So all these things shape the way you see life, right? So if there's a man that his ego is so big, he doesn't think that he can take that from a woman, you should know the man that you are married to.
Exactly.
So it's not a thing of whether it's right or wrong, but you must understand the man that you are married to. Would he want it? Would he appreciate it? You know, but otherwise, there's nothing absolutely wrong with a woman building a house, a surprise for her husband. Thank you.
Okay, where I also want to add to that is that her intention was actually to give the house to the husband. That was her intention, not to mimic the man, not to relegate the man because he doesn't have money or because herself is more wealthy than the man. That wasn't the intention. Intention to say, okay, we should have something. But like you said, we need to know the kind of man we marry. If it's the type that can take these surprises, some didn't take. Some may not be able to handle that. They feel you have insulted them. Why didn't you tell me? You want to show me you are more wealthy and all those stuff. So know the kind of man you're married and then know how to follow. But generally, it's not a bad thing. That woman is wise, generally.
The next question says, how can a woman cope, you know, when a husband is not performing his responsibility? And I know this can be a difficult place to be in, right? But you see, two wrongs don't make a right, right? So what you need to do is to, first of all, calm down, right? And understand the situation on ground. Because sometimes a man may not be able to meet his responsibility because he doesn't have, but his ego, his pride is not letting him talk, right? So you need to be understanding at this time. Remember, it's a partnership. You are not there to tear the man apart. So you want to understand what is going on. Is it that he doesn't really have, or he's just really claiming to be irresponsible? Once you identify that, then you seek ways or alternatives of helping the family. It's a marriage. It's not a competition. Two people are bringing to the table. So we must not wait every time for the man to bring something. Now, I know it can be difficult, and that's why I said you must understand the intention. You must understand the phase, the state at which the man is in. Is he actually being irresponsible, or life has just happened to him and he cannot, you know, meet his obligation as he should? So in that instance, if you've seen that, you know, this is life happening to him, he can't meet his obligations, you as the wife, you need to step in. How can you support him? What do you need to do? And at this point, as difficult as it is, you need to give him that emotional shower of good words. You need to don't make him feel less than a man, because already he's feeling less than a man. I think an average man really just wants to, you know, go all out and do their best. So he's in a phase where he's feeling like, I'm not up to. He looks at people outside that they are doing extremely better than he would have loved to. So this is not the point to insult him, call him irresponsible, you know, and comparing him with other men. Yeah, you know, you must calm down, right? As you have ascertained that, okay, this is just a passing phase in life. And remember, challenges are just one of the things in life. You don't know, maybe this is your mark that, you know, the universe is checking. And when you pass this one, the next level is going to be something very, very big, right? So you must be patient, understand that it's not just, once you have ascertained, though, that this is just life happening to him, look for ways to help him. Always validate his feelings, you know, keep showering him with good words, and ultimately, everything will work well.
Thank you so much. Just for me to also add to the answer you're giving, there's also going to be a place of communication in this matter that we just discussed now. Because if there's no communication, there's no way the woman will understand what the man is going through. And also to advise men to not always hold to themselves as I'm head of the family. Share your problems with your wife. A problem shared is half solved. If your wife is still looking on to you at that big guy you were, you don't need to blame her for asking for much. But if your woman understands the position you are facing to, he will give you a helping hand. So men, please bring down your ego sometimes too when it comes to this, because marriage is for both parties. Two of you will make your home, no other person. So you should be able to let your wife know the situation that you are passing through. The same thing with women too. Don't just keep it yourself and be holding it. And then you will become aggressive. Any small thing you flare because you have certain things in your mind that you didn't speak out. So communication is very, very key in every marriage. Communication is key. Very, very key. Please, let's continue that. And then you find that we'll have less problem to solve in the people's in the marriages as we just mentioned. Thank you so much for the answers given. Can we have your final words now?
So I would say that, there's something the Bible says, and I'm saying the Bible because God is the creator of marriage. The Bible says in Proverbs, I think, that without the vision, the people perish, and most times people just take it like, without, when they are trying to maybe start out a church or something, right? But I said that to say this. If you don't have a vision for your marriage, you have already started that marriage on a -10 level, right? Let's imagine that marriage is a 50-unit course, right? You must have a vision for your marriage. Then you must plan towards carrying out the vision that you have both put, on the table that you want to achieve for your family to be. Marriage is a beautiful thing, and it's best when the two parties are strong, coming together, pulling their weight, and making the world a better place. Because with better marriages, we will have a beautiful society. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that's a very beautiful and a very nice way of wrapping up this program. You understand? We are speaking to youths. You don't wait till you get married before you start knowing what to do. It's at this time that you prepare yourself. Sometimes you won't just be amazed when you ask for marriage counselor or marriage seminar in the churches. You won't see these young girls, you won't see the young boys. They leave it for the old people already. Then when do you now learn? That's the time you attend. I did that when I was growing up. And the whoever is the instructor will bring me out and my girlfriend, and he will pray for us. Today she's a pastor's wife. I'm not a pastor's wife, but the pastors are not also bigger than my husband in terms of spiritual matters. And so it's very, very important as a young girl, go for marriage seminars. Don't shy away from it. As a young boy, go for marriage seminar. Don't shy away from it. And let also that parents also try to also educate our young boys that will pick a wife tomorrow. Because most education is only on women's side.
Yes.
Let young men also be educated. A young man now should be able to cook food, prepare food, sweep your house, tidy up. Don't wait for your husband. Hey, get up from bed. You will not straighten your bed and all that. So it's not now to be left for women alone. Man also do this because your wife is just a helpmeet, and therefore you cannot take that your helpmeet as a slave. Most men are taking their wives now as slaves, and that is wrong. It's just a helpmeet. So learn this one now. Attend these programs. It will help you. By the time you not get married, you are prepared for it. The boy is prepared. The lady is prepared. When you come together, it will work. But you don't just let me marry. My mates are getting married though. Let me just go and marry. And that is why I married before 2 months. Now everybody, that English comes in. Incompatibility. I know they like that English at all.
Irreconcilable differences.
Exactly, differences. So all those stuff. So having said this, thank you once again for your time with us, the audience here, viewers at home, the production crew, executive producer, and all, even the artists that are also going to wrap up this program. Well, thank you for joining. And our sponsors as well, too, because they're also the reason why we are, on air. I want to invite artist Easy Wealth, OOS, to sign out this program. Please keep watching Vivid View. Same station and same time. I am Achilles. Vivid View.
Say and do it. What gives birth to relationship first is love.
Somebody lost his wife, not his first wife. The next question is, why did his first wife die and the second wife die? We have no emotional balance, no emotional control.
Ladies will say, I don't like this man. Why don't you like him? He doesn't beat me. Because my father used to beat my mother.
In Nigeria, we have about 2.2 million people living with disabilities.
Wonderful.
We have the adults who are going through so much stress today, and they can't even have their head up in the society.
You that is bad, you are hitting your wife all the time. Stop beating. Don't turn your wife to punching bag.
Join us every Sunday on Vivid View with Eunice.
You see me dey wear native, it is a planner, it's in a fashion. Anywhere gbedu there I enter, chop rice.
I no go give up till it go better for me.
Listen now. So, when they see my green light, they don't they talk in my matter. So, kato so when you two things shake raga. If you see my pocket, I'm all about my acquire. You the favor down for Oluwa nde mi bigger. Ọlọ́run má padà lẹ́yìn mi. Goodness mercies follow me. Orí mi má padà lẹ́yìn mi. Goodness mercies follow me. But I pray for grace. Me, I pray for goodness, like I did. Oh, me Lord, I show me that show me for me. Me, I pray for grace, a lot of blessings. Oh, me Lord, I show me for me, show my ways for me. Cause I pray for grace, me, I pray for goodness, oh, me Lord, I show me that show me for me. Me, I pray for grace. Enough of blessing, oh me Lord, I don't show me for me, cause you're my ways for me. If I don't pray to you, oh me Lord, my God, I'm waiting again. If I don't pray to you, oh me Lord, my God, I'm waiting again. Jẹ́ kí wà nínú aláṣẹlá, ọmọ lẹ́yìn mi ti tẹ̀lá bí ọmọ wọn ti là. Ìṣẹ̀dá mi kí ló ń dúró dé ẹ̀mí ló. Ọlọ́run má padà lẹ́yìn mi. Goodness mercies follow me. Everybody now.
Orí mi má padà lẹ́yìn mi. Goodness mercies follow me. Cause I pray for grace. Me, I pray for goodness. Oh me Lord, I show me that show me for me. Me, I pray for grace. Enough of blessing, oh me Lord, that show me for me, show my ways for me. Cause I pray for grace, me I pray for goodness, oh me Lord, that show me that show me for me. Me I pray for grace, enough of blessing, oh me Lord, that show me for me, show my ways for me.
Ṣàánú mi má jẹ́ struggle fún mi lẹ́mí kúkú olúwàjọ má jẹ́ ṣọ́kù ibi tọ́wọ́ ẹgbẹ́ mi tún náwó kí n má lọ lọ́jú níbẹ̀ ibi tó yẹ kí n ti ṣe sùúrù kí n má lọ kánjú níbẹ̀ ìwọ ló mọ mí.